I thought I'd do a quick little vid on dealing with returns. I've had a few returns after Christmas, and yeah, just been dealing with them today. Picked up from the post office sort of collection point a few that came in. So just to go through them and sort of tell you how I react. So I had this one, okay, which was a nice big Simba plush. And I'd had it a while. It sold for, I think it was £12 plus 3.49 postage. And the lady got it, and she said, sent me a message saying, I cannot believe it. It's absolutely covered in marks. Don't seem to come out, etc., etc. And I kind of knew when I sent it. I didn't think with that many marks on it, and you can kind of see it there. It doesn't look too bad. Um, but she did send photos, and there is a slight mark there, and maybe I should have tried a bit more of an effort to get that off. Maybe I was a bit lazy on that. Maybe I should have put it in the description. Um, but to me, there is a slight mark. So sometimes you kind of have to be honest with yourself that, oh, come on, focus me, focus me, focus me. I'm sure I'll come back into focus in a minute. Um, Sometimes you have to realise that your kind of standards might not be good enough, and mine I don't think were good enough for that one. Anyway, regarding the refund, let's try and get this into focus. I'll leave it, it'll probably make its mind up soon. Um, she sort of said, I want a refund on this, I want a complete refund. And I said, well, that's okay. If you send the item back, I'll issue the refund. And she kind of was saying, oh no, I don't want to have to send it back because I bought this for my daughter. And I said, well, the options are either we agree like a part refund, or you send it back. Oh, I'm back in the room. Um, and normally I would offer maybe 20% refund as sort of standard, you know, depending on how long I'd had this, and I'd had this a while. And what I got up to offering her was, so bear in mind she paid £12 plus 3.49 postage. I offered her £7 refund on that, so and she gets to keep it. So that would be like £5 plus 3.49 postage. She kept saying she paid £15, but I had to explain some of that's the postage, and you know I have to pay for postage. She gave me the wonderful offer of how about you refund me £12 and we won't even worry about the postage, and she gets to keep the item. So basically I've got £3.50 off her and paid £2.90 for postage, and you know she gets to keep the item. I said no. What it is you'll either return it and I'll refund you the full price and I pay the return postage and do all that, or it's a maximum of £7 refund. And she went for the second one. I think she was a little bit worried she'd have to pay the return postage, but when I explained that no, it was down to the seller to do it, she said yeah, she'd go for that, and I think she bought one from the Disney store, which is fine. I mean, I kind of returns are always a little bit annoying, but I do try and keep calm with them. Strong but fair, and always amenable, and always, and if I feel like I'm not getting that correct kind of communication through messaging, which is difficult because you never get any sort of inference on what you're saying, I will ring them. I'll go into the order and I'll give them a quick ring and just try and be chilled out. So that was that one. You know, I don't mind a refund, even if it costs me a little bit of money. I don't mind a refund. You know, rather than I'd never let anyone keep an item for nothing, basically. So even if I'll lose money on that, but I don't really care. Right, the next one is this. So this was bought in early September, and the buyer messaged me at the end of December. So 90 days has gone. The whole 30 days is well gone. Anyway, they said it wasn't working. and they bought it and set it up and bought it for Christmas because they had one when they were younger and they wanted the grandkids to play it, and kind of pity the grandkids on that one. But they set it all up and basically it hadn't worked. And I kind of thought, really, that's 3 months old. That's quite old. But again, kept the conversation going with them, kept the communication going, and sort of suggested what I could do. They couldn't open a refund through eBay because obviously the 3 months had gone, 90 days had gone. And after I googled this Escalado, all the bits were there, everything's fine, but people do say that the later versions of this game, which have plastic horses rather than lead horses, and it's slightly different, they're not as good and the horses fall over. So I believe them on that one. And what I said to them was, you can return it and I'll refund the cost of the item and the original postage I charged you, which I think it was £14.99 and £3.49 postage. They would have to pay to send it back to me, and they did pay, and they sent it tracked and signed and all those sorts of things. Got it back this morning. Everything looks in good condition. They packed it up fabulously well. I set it up, tried it out, and yeah, it is rubbish. The horses do fall over, so there you go. Just refunded them straight away on that one. So yeah, a lot of the time, buyers, sometimes they push it a little bit. I've got another one at the moment, which is a pair of boots, and haven't got them back yet, but a pair of Hunter Wellington boots, kids, and they've said, I want to return these because they're green. I wanted navy. Now the ones I sold are navy, and I've already rung eBay about that and said, look, they're navy. They're obviously navy, and I've got stock pictures of from the Hunter site, and they're exactly the same, and the colour description is there as navy. So there you go. I will, for that one, when I get it back, I'll ring eBay and say I'm not paying the postage back because I've had to pay that. And like I say, I've already phoned them and they said that's fine if you ring us when you get it and let us know. And they've got a record on their system that I've already rung them. They will make sure that I will get some sort of credit back on my fees, so I'm not paying that postage, because pay the track postage back for that, I mean, I don't know how much it is, probably about £3 or £4, so well worth chasing it up. Now this next one is the one, it's something I bought. So I bought this Xbox One game. It was a local pickup with a few other games, about 5 other games. When I bought it, I did notice, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, there's a tiny little, very difficult to see. Anyway, there's a little kind of cruddy bit there. And when I picked it up, I said, does it work? Will it be alright? And they said, yeah, it works fine. Got it home. Sometimes it loads, sometimes it doesn't. So I bought this, it was around about 8th or 9th of December. And got it home, didn't work. So I said, I bought these 5 games off you. One of them doesn't work. I'd like a refund on this, part refund on this. Anyway, I did that. Didn't hear anything. So I messaged again, didn't hear anything. Messaged again, didn't hear anything. So it was coming up to the 30 days, and I thought, I'm going to have to get eBay involved. Rang eBay and said, look, I bought 5 games, one of them doesn't work, I want to return. And this was a local pickup, so I'd actually originally offered to take this round and sort it out and get it back and get some of the money. I would have been fair on it. But the fact that he didn't respond to me and thought I would just go away kind of really got on my nerves. I think the worst thing you can do is ignore something like this. Anyway, as soon as eBay got involved, he's started messaging me, and he's being quite aggressive about it. So from my original thought of, okay, well, I might accept I think I suggested like a £15 refund, but I might discuss it. Um, and originally I would have taken it round and just to sort it out and saving the return postage. I'm now at the viewpoint of I definitely don't want to go around there, even though he's local, and so he's going to have to fork out like probably like 4 quid return postage. I don't know if it will change because it's like large letter. I have no idea how. I don't think eBay sort of it can sort of have different ones for they just have their tracked postage, and I'm definitely not going to discuss the price because 15. You look at these on comps, they're like 16, 17 most of the time. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but 16, 17 postage. You can go and sell it in CEX for 13, but to buy it would cost you over 20. So there you go. With his kind of lack of response to start with, and then when he does respond, he's quite confrontational. He's being quite confrontational. It's totally changed how I want to resolve it, and of course I'm still trying to remain calm and trying to sort of say all the right things, sort of trying to find a way out of it. But my my stance has definitely um, you know what's the word? It's concreted my sort of stance. It's become stronger. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I thought it was just sort of worth going through those. I know, obviously a lot of clothes sellers get a lot more returns than if you do sort of deal with clothes, and you will get people sort of saying it's an iron ad when maybe they've worn it or it just doesn't fit them, and just so they don't have to pay the return postage. That is a pain. I probably don't have enough experience to sort of give any advice on how to deal with that. But all I can say is try and remain pleasant but firm in dealing with these things, and just, you probably all know this, but just always try and use the approach that eBay would want you to use. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's of use to some of you. If you've got any questions, do shove them below. And again, if you want me to cover anything, at the moment I've been really, really busy. My whole mantra of like tidy, pack and list is all gone a little bit out the window. I'm in a complete mess. One thing led to another really. The fact that I wasn't packing my orders regularly meant I had a whole load of orders that I had to pack last night. I had to pack about 20 things, and I've still got about another 8 to pack. That's meant I've got in even more of a mess than I was in, and I didn't list anything yesterday, which is terrible. I've got some things drafted, so to now I've been out sort of trying to do some RA today. I've definitely got to pack my remaining items, I've got to tidy up, and I've got to list 5 things, and I'll just do all those little things. It won't take long if I focus, so I'm going to get that done, then have a cup of tea, a bit of dinner, and sort of chill this afternoon. What I will do is get some bits and bobs ready for tomorrow, so I should be packed up, tidy, listed stuff ready, and then ready for tomorrow, with 5 things to go on straight away and get me back in the groove. Well, that's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. But for now, that's all. Take care, and I'll see you soon.